and welcome to the Psychic of the Plans on the Psychic Coffee Shop Network. How many times can I say psychic in one sentence?
I know, right?
I know. All right, guys. It's going to be an interesting week. Hello, Miss Brenda. We're getting ready for the last quarter of 2023. We are going to be playing with some stuff, but that's going to be next week. I'm still experimenting with digital, looking at possibly playing around with some of that. But, and then there's some things I want to talk about tonight that fits into psychic that plans that doesn't fit into like coffee shop or mountain bears.
Absolutely.
But first, let's kind of pop in here and get our 3 card for the week. So I'll go ahead and bring up my side screen. And there we go. Hello, Devin, darling. How are you? Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Devin. Hey, Brenda.
Okay, let's get a good shuffle on. They've been fussy today. Whoop, changes are ahead. A new passion is born, and you gotta watch that gossip train.
Ooh.
Yes. So interestingly, we have.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just looking at the card set, and I was like, ooh.
Yes. So we have the death card here. There are major things falling apart. There is quick, sudden changes, the ending of cycles, the ending of things. We have the Ace of Cups, which shows a new passion being born. That can be a relationship, that can be a new passion in general. And then we have the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is a little uncaring, a little unsure of their emotions, but they go off to the races. So with them going off to the races, you got to watch that gossip because everyone talks about when you're making quick changes. You're making sudden changes when things are different. So it'll be an interesting week. Definitely an interesting week in general. All right, guys. So we've done something last week that I really liked. And throughout the week, I really felt useful. And I didn't think of it, but I stole it from Scrappy Wife. And that is this washi tape around the border. So we're going to do that again. But we're going to do a few different ones.
Oh, yeah, like in the washi edging?
Yes, it was very useful to find the pages.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're flipping through and everything, and to flip right to. So we're going to do some washi edging. So, for those in the know, yes, I've gone back to being a night shifter for the moment. Welcome to the world of Non-24.
Yes, and it was a kind of a violent shift. It was and wasn't.
This one went easier.
Well, yes, but I think it confused you when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me, it was kind of like, all right, I'm going, like, part of me recognizes one thing, and then what like literal happened was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just stay up late tonight. And then like by late, I think he came to bed at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And then it was like, day 2 is like, yeah, I think I'm a night shifter again.
Yeah. Like, we didn't do the fight. We didn't do the battling for it. We didn't do the, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to replan everything?
But we did.
Yeah.
It's basically been the last 2 weeks of you going, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Like, and then I'm sitting there like, I think you're night shifting. I think you're about to night shift. I think you're going to shift. Yep. And like, you're like, I don't know. I just feel horrible. I'm just so tired. I can't get enough sleep. Like, I want to be asleep right now.
I'm going to go take a 30.
That turned into a 3-hour.
Yeah.
More than once.
Yeah.
And sorry guys, I'm popping in my to-do list check boxes, which is annoyingly fun. But it requires a little concentration. But no, so yeah, he was on a struggle bus like the whole like last week until it finally tractioned, and it was like, yep, this is what we're doing now.
Yep. I will see you at
It's like
1.
awesome.
Yep.
It's like, all right, works for me. See you then.
Mm-hmm.
That's good sleepies.
Yep.
Like,
which
I mean,
works.
like, oh yeah. Well, and it has definitely helped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I gotta say, the network responded well.
Well, they always respond well whenever I switch over to night shift.
Pretty much.
And that's been a little bit of a struggle bus.
Okay.
For me, is like, it seems like Aeson can work anytime. Like, we don't care when you work, just work.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, and it did take a little bit to have that conversation because you were like, no, there's got to be superior hours.
Yes.
Oh no, Devin. I had trouble staying asleep all week and getting to sleep, and I battled chest and head congestion. Shitty week.
Yep.
Oh, Brenda says the 23rd passed with no apocalypse.
I know. No, all right, come here. Come here a minute.
Okay.
Here's my problem. We get
Here's my problem. Oh Lord, when he leads with the words, here's my problem.
we keep being told and teased, and we've been teased for a couple hundred years about this supposed, I mean, heck, what is it? It's the judgment card. End of time, world's gonna end thing. Oh, come on, it's Revelations.
Yes.
Yeah. We keep getting promised revelations. It's been printed. It's been like, there's a whole freaking script here, okay? And then they're, apostles, they're visionaries, whatever title you want to use for them. I'm sure I like that corner, but we may fix that later. Keep giving us dates when it's going to happen, like, it's going to happen the 23rd of September. It's going to happen the 15th of September. It's going to happen, like, how many TikTok, like, I haven't been out of the house today, but I hear the noises. Nobody is left. Like, come on. Stop making movies. Stop selling tickets. Stop making us think that there's hope. If there isn't going to be. Like, if they're just going to stick around for a while, let them stick around.
Yeah.
There
is that.
Yeah, Devin, supposedly, according to, like, all these, what are they?
Doomsday prophecies?
Yeah, and movie code readers and all this. There was supposed to be an apocalypse.
Ugh.
The world was going to have all these troubles and be in all this danger and all this stuff.
Oh no, I forgot it was apocalypse season. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I did. I forgot it was apocalypse season.
Yeah.
Like, we're putting Brenda in charge of reminding me it's apocalypse season.
Put her in charge. She'll do better at remembering it because it just gets my blood pressure up.
Well, but it makes so much more sense now. I started a new game, and we were going to talk about that a little later. But
Yes.
they had a doomsday event, and I just thought it was part of the game because I
Hmm.
mean it was appropriate to the game.
Right.
Um, and like it was fine. But now it makes so much more sense. It's like, oh, got it now.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all did a doomsday event because literally we were prophesizing the end of the world.
Yeah.
Awesome, got it.
Yeah. Well, TikTok
Um,
was prophesizing the end of the world.
well, that's flipping weekly, isn't it?
Well, no, that like all these doomsday movies started on the 23rd of September. You know,
Ugh.
the
Sometimes
aliens
days
didn't
just
show
have
up.
to.
Like I'm really disappointed with this one. And then in other news and commentary,
Mhm.
I need to check in with my budgeters out there, especially the ones that have been following the Dave Ramsey system and they are seeing the videos of it crashed or, they're screwed or they fucked up. Y'all okay? Like, really and truly, I know that y'all guys do a lot of videos where you're stuffing dollar bills into envelopes and getting all the fun stuff there and all that. But there's this one, at least eight, nine of them, like literally opened up my subscribe page, which please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you have all your notifications on. You never know when I'm going to get in a mood and just turn on the camera.
This is
You know,
true.
we have live broadcasts, but sometimes it's like, yeah, what the hell? I'm in the mood to talk. You're in the mood to listen. Let's go.
Sure.
But and we've looked at his system. We've done his system for a little bit, but it's not practical anymore. It's outdated.
Hmm.
Doesn't really help him. And furthermore, $2,000 for this course, guys.
Yeah, well, it's made Dave Ramsey a lot of money, and that's most of what it's done.
Yeah.
And that's how it makes Dave Ramsey a crap ton of money. And I think I sincerely, truly, honestly think if you're already financially solid, like if you're high, like mid to high six-figure income, but you're sitting there going, I'm always broke and I don't know why. Follow Dave Ramsey. You'll love Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey's amazing. He will
Yeah, I
get
won't
you
give him
back
that.
on track. Do I now?
I won't give him that.
Hmm. I mean, if you have a third house, I think Dave Ramsey can help.
Yeah.
Like, I,
But
but outside of that,
yeah.
like he falls into, but then again, there is frequently this trap
Hmm.
that I think he's fallen into, and I think it's the same trap that oh, what's her silly stupid name, Susie Orman,
Hmm.
um that she fell into, and that a lot of one just financial advisors in general fall into, as well as just this rich idea of what poverty is.
Right. What gets me, what aggravates me, is they apply the system to everybody and everybody's lifestyle, and oh, it doesn't matter where you're at or who you are. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. No, it doesn't. It always causes strife. It always causes crap. Um, and it just basically, like, I like watching budget videos because it's nice to hear people talk sometimes about the things we don't talk about. And I'm not talking about me and Joe, I'm talking about us as a society. But the number of them of I fucked up, I've destroyed my credit, I've destroyed my savings, I've destroyed my retirement, and now I have an emergency and I have to take all the money out of these binders to pay for the emergency. I'm sorry, everyone.
Which is not a mea culpa that anyone should have to give about their finances. Like, one, I generally, and statistically proven, almost like the majority of people are one $400 emergency away from basically insolvency. It is generally, as a society where we are, we can't afford more than a $400 emergency, and then we go paycheck to paycheck, and God forbid anything else happen.
Right.
Well, that's where most people are. That's why I think you and I had two different reactions when we had to pull like the $1,200 some odd dollar stunt to back in April. Like, we had to do a bunch of things all at once. And the grand total, because we had to file a reimbursement claim, was like $1,200. It's a little more than that, actually.
Right.
But we did that in cash.
Yeah.
And I mean, on one hand, it's like it's like a game of Chutes and Ladders. You made it halfway across the board and you got shot all the way back to square one.
Right.
Or Monopoly, you got, go to jail, do not collect $200. And you were over on like Park Place. Or just about. But yeah, it's like that experience.
Right. And I'm just like, okay, let me figure out how to do this. And you were not so happy.
Well, no, actually, I am. I wasn't happy with why.
Yeah.
Why? And the reimbursement process and all of this, that's been garbage. But now I'm sitting there and I have to recognize the fact that, like, we handled 3 times the amount that most people can't afford.
Right.
Before we hit that, like, oh God, paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. Please just let the money hit. Please just let the money hit.
Right.
We absorbed $1,200.
Yeah.
Before we were like, oh, that hurts. So no, and all of it in cash. So it wasn't put on a credit card. It didn't have financed interest. It blah blah blah. It doesn't mean, and I'm not trashing credit cards in general.
No.
I'm just going, that's a pretty good achievement to be able to afford, a $1,200 emergency.
Right.
Without having to like max out credits, take out a payday loan,
Right.
Get a title loan, whatever. Like that's pretty good. So I had to first recognize that too. But sometimes it is the Dave Ramsey problem. Because now in doing that, I think we did end up having to put a few things on credit card that we originally planned to pay cash for.
The only thing we put on the credit card that we had planned to pay cash for was your glasses, and that was because I was tired of it.
Well, yeah, that was one, but that was a planned cash expense. I think we delayed a couple of things.
Yeah.
Because it was like, do we want to put that on a credit card or do we just want to wait?
Right.
Because it made more sense to be like, we can wait.
Yeah.
So all in all, like, yeah, But it is the benefit of having credit cards in it, and that's sometimes one of the biggest problems with Dave Ramsey is he generally promotes the idea that like all debt is bad.
Right.
So pay everything off, pay the car off, pay the credit cards off, pay everything to zero, cut the credit cards up, don't go back into credit card. Well, that's more so Susie Orman, but
No,
like,
that's him too.
oh, he's doing the no credit card thing too.
No credit card, no loans, no car payments.
Yeah.
None of that.
Well, here's the problem with that. We don't live in a world that makes that possible.
Right.
It is really hard to have enough income
Right.
to never need a credit card, to never need to finance something. That's not reality. Now, everything has a in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, if you're making $1 million a year and you have $100,000 in credit card debt, that's not a problem.
Right.
You know, and that's where you have to kind of draw the line. If you make $100,000 a year and you have $100,000 in credit card debt, you have a problem.
Well, here's my opinion. Your credit card cash availability needs to be 3 months of your income, in my opinion. There are a lot of financial advisors, and remind you, I'm a psychic, not an accountant.
Yeah, no, if you need financial advice, please find a financial advisor.
Right, but this is how I've always seen our credit. Is the place I want to get our credit is where we can literally take 3 months, put it on plastic, and not blink.
Yeah.
Here's why. And people think that it's different, that it's weird. Because within 3 months, we should be able to have a plan figured out on what we're doing here.
Yeah. Well, and I think the most important part to catch with that is this is not the, okay, so everything goes to hell. We're just going to live on plastic for 3 months, and then hopefully we have it all figured out by then.
No.
Not exactly.
No.
You know, that's not the game plan. It's 3 months of like, okay, we don't have to make immediate drastic life choices.
Right.
There is cash to make the payments on the credit cards. If we've got to turn this into a long-term finance,
right,
for a couple of months, then we can, well, short-term finance is what I should call it, because it's not really long-term financing. If we've got to like juggle the numbers for a couple of months to get everything paid, then we can do that. Not we're just gonna like the ship is sinking, we're gonna throw a party.
Yeah.
That's not no. Like, yeah, please don't do that. Don't, and that's not advice we would give anyone, is don't just go and party it up. Like, everything went to hell. Woo! Like, I'm going to a Hilton.
Yeah, my motto has always been you get 3 days.
Okay.
3 days to go crawl in bed and go, okay, the world sucks.
Yeah.
You know, where's my ice cream? Thank you very much. Where's my wine? Thank you very much. Now I got to go and figure out what to do.
Yes.
And how to do it.
Like, have your moment, but
yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing at your washi. That was kind of cute. Oh, sorry. I got a little distracted over here.
For what? No, we're a little distracted all over, but
hell, you know.
Yeah. It happens, but you know, I'm seeing these people and I'm like, this is life. Water softeners go out. You buy a bad product and you have to replace it. You get a bad contractor. Like, one bad contractor can ruin a house. You'd be surprised what damage they can do in a day.
Yeah. Well, and then you have little things. Yeah. And again, it's like, keep it in moderation though. Like, that's generally my goal, is like, is this reasonable? Like, am I living off credit, as in I'm using credit to afford the ability to have the lifestyle to which I wish to become accustomed? Or am I using credit to, like, fudge the number a little bit and keep it all moving?
Right.
Oh, hey, Zionti? Zionti? I don't know. You're going to have to give me a pronunciation there. If I got it wrong, I'm so sorry. But no, so yeah, we're like, keep it in moderation.
Right.
Like, would I ordinarily buy this? Is this something that is reasonable for me to own?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hi, some things are not reasonable to own. There is no version of my life in which I should own a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if looking at my finances, there's no version of my life in which I just own a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, massive increase in income, I could look at a boat.
Yeah.
I could rent a boat. Still not quite going to be owning, because boats come with a lot of extras.
Right.
They're expensive.
Yep.
But, like, you know, and scale it. Like, is this reasonable? But then there's the realities of, like, typically who gets attracted into, like, Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey. And these are people that are seriously already behind the 8 ball, waiting for the next hit.
Right.
And therein lies the problem.
Right.
Is a lot of this advice doesn't really work. Like, they're not in moderation. Like, they're already.
Right.
And some of that's not, and I don't mean to accuse them of horribly spending outside their means,
Right.
because there are some people who do that and find themselves in trouble and behind the 8 ball. But that's usually not what happened.
Right. Well, and here's the other part of that, and the part that people miss a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's not that they're behind the 8 ball, it's that they've forgotten where the pool table is.
Fair enough, yeah. Or they've gotten knocked off the table.
Right. And then that's when you've got to get back up.
Yeah.
Get real. And I mean get real. When I mean get real is have a serious conversation of, what am I doing here? Am I doing what I want to do? Or am I just dickering along here?
Mm-hmm. Well, and then there's a lot of people that they've been off the pool table because their spouse handled everything.
Right.
And everything was going fine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Until it
then
wasn't.
their spouse was the one that went off the reservation of reasonable.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, either through death or breakup or whatever, they
Right.
just suddenly got thrown back into the game.
Right.
In which there's this sudden moment of, like, wait, what?
I gotta do
I have a
what?
300 credit score, we have no assets, we have no money in the bank whatsoever. I haven't had a job in 5 years. Okay, what?
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Yeah. And that's when you start at the basic level, in my opinion, which is you figure out where you're at, you know where your money is, know how much your money is, and then start filling it in. And sometimes you got to look at it by the day, by the hour, by the week, sometimes by the minute.
True. True. Aeson doesn't have his tank or sports car yet.
Yeah.
I was reading Brenda's comment.
Mm-hmm. Key
No,
point there is yet.
Yeah. Tank is not reasonable. Sports car. It's getting a little closer. It's getting a little closer.
Yeah.
Like,
Sports car's getting a lot closer, in my viewpoint.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's kind of big. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for small boxes. I'm questioning if I even have any. There's a few appointments this week. You know, Aeson is looking forward to having a smaller car that'll cut the gas mileage, especially when he's just going to the gym or, you know, the fun things. You know, because we had the realization that most of the time there's only 2 people in our car.
Yeah.
When it's our household.
Typically, and then when that's not true, like having a slightly larger vehicle or having one large vehicle is really all we need.
Right.
That's the fundamental notation on it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need 2 giant gassy things.
Right.
Like, that is not.
Especially now that we're not doing all the traveling and, you know, the loading up of everything known to man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say?
Yes.
That I'm having a moment here.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys aren't aware, and you may not be because it's been a wild week and some things have occurred. So my favorite app has gotten an update. So we are now up to Good Note 6, which, yay. It added some features. It's kind of cool. Kind of loving it. Excuse me. I am loving it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm loving the new features. There's one little thing that I don't like right now. Good Note 6 is now a annual paid app, and I have not had it for the full week and made the final determination of, yes, I'm going to pay for that.
Yeah.
So every time I go back to try to grab something, I keep getting inundated with basically, do you like the app? Are you ready to upgrade? And it's like, Not yet. Like, I'm getting the full value of my free trial
Right.
before we go, all in on
Mm-hmm.
this. Like, we're not doing that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little like frustrated over here. It'll be okay.
Yeah. You'll calm down.
Well, it will calm down. I have not been ready to pull the trigger yet on it.
Mm-hmm. I kind of
So
am.
okay.
I'm thinking as soon as Julie takes care of the things that you guys are going to see next week,
Hmm.
which the show gets split into 3 segments next week. Just FYI. Attention, there will be 3 segments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to copy. Edit. Copy and paste. Because they did introduce a couple of little new things to my app, and again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, guys, I need you to calm down on trying to get me to buy this long enough for me to use it. Like, seems simple to me.
You would think. You would think.
You'd think, right?
Right.
You'd think.
Okay. So we got the base appointments in for next week, the base gym appointments, the Seuss is in, the shows are in, my work schedule's in. It doesn't really leave a lot of room for things. And we were talking about this when we decided to abandon Facebook. Yes, please come over here, subscribe to the YouTubes, um, about um, the how do you plan your life when you've got work on top of everything? And it's kind of like, well, this is how we do it
We do. Now, you go for paper
for the moment.
for the moment.
Personally, I'm going to stay in paper.
Yes. Well, paper makes you happy.
Paper makes me happy. Stickers make me happy. And it works really great for the personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work really great for the business stuff because there's so much on repeat there.
There is. Well, and same for me. I run into a lot of things that are kind of repetitive in my day to day.
Right.
Did I just seriously do that? No.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry. This was going really quick and easy, and so I thought I screwed up. So yeah, I'm doing some decor.
Yay.
Yes. You know what? I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that there. I do like it. Come here.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm doing some different things.
Mm-hmm. Good. But anyhow, business is going to move to digital. We've decided that. Now we're just settling on what type of digital I want, because that can take a bit. And it's going to take some playing. I'm really mad at Android right now. Just aggravated with them.
Okay.
Well, remember, because they won't announce my calendar.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so funny story. So those of you that have the hers made by the Amazon, you're already familiar with, I am sure, your ability to have it announce your schedule anytime, anywhere. And it doesn't care. Like, so he loves the hymns made by Google. And funny story, Google has decided that that is a danger to your security, and it won't do that.
Yeah.
It will not auto-announce a schedule.
Right.
And I thought your head was going to explode that day.
Yeah.
Because what? Do you mean I can't just hit a setting? And like, yeah, I know, like, I have a thing that's going to be sitting here and announcing like where I need to be and what I need to do and where I need to go, and whatever I put on my calendar will actually announce through the house to anyone who is listening. And I get that. That's a choice that I am wanting to make because I work from home and this makes sense.
Yes.
Is where he's at. And I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
But it says no, we don't allow you to make that choice. That is not a choice. You don't get to make the choice.
Yeah.
We decided it was dangerous, and we took the choice away.
Yeah.
And that was a moment for both of us because his head was exploding. I was just sitting there like, y'all can't be serious.
Right.
Y'all can't be serious. Like, that is not cool.
Right.
Like, it's my life, my schedule, and my device. Because it actually is a Google Calendar that her is announcing.
Yeah.
All day long.
Right. Which I've thought about taking one of them because we have a few extras.
We do.
And putting it onto just me.
Okay.
As in, it just works for me at my desk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if we can set that up to where that one will announce just my schedule. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Find out.
Okay. So I'm really liking these little sneaker shoes. Those look kind of cute. And those are out of the Healthy Heroes, which I understand they're going to be releasing more. Oh, I had gem stickers. I had freaking gem stickers. I was sitting here looking for gem stickers. I had gem stickers.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hate when you find them later, but
Yeah, it's not like I'm going to trash the planner and start over. I mean, we've already wrote it in.
We're already there.
All right. So I think I'm going to do another. I'm going to do another box down here with washi, and put y'all's work schedules in. Well, mainly the Invisible's assistant work schedule. But no, like if you're watching this and you're one of the creators that do the cash stuffing envelopes, stop it. Stop feeling bad if you got to crash that cash in the envelope. Stop feeling bad if you can't do the Disney trip because you've got to put a water softener in your house.
Right?
Like, shit happens. That's called life. What's more important is how you recover from it. And, this ain't what Dave Ramsey says to do. I'm doing it wrong. No, what Dave Ramsey says to do is to sit there and deal with the hard water and, just hope and pray that somehow soft water suddenly appears in your home. It doesn't work that way. Like, get reasonable with yourself. Get real with yourself. And then make choices off the reality.
Mm-hmm. Well, and for a lot of people in a lot of areas, like your water softener, which kind of gets billed under luxury sometimes, it's not.
Not.
Depending upon where you are, that's a requirement. Like there are things wrong with your water, and the waiting on your water softener.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a choice one wants to make.
Right.
Like that's not gonna go well for you. It's gonna end up costing you a lot of money in a lot of different areas. Especially if your immediate turnaround is, I hate water, so now I'm buying. I hate my tap water. Now I'm buying bottled water. Now I have laundry detergent that doesn't work right. Now I have clothes that aren't getting clean. Now I have clothes that I'm retiring faster.
Right.
Now I have clothes that I have to go buy.
Right.
And you're doing damage and having to use stronger cleaning products or more cleaning products or clean more often. So more of your time is devoted to cleaning because the problems with your water that your water softener takes care of keep your house from getting clean. Oh, and then your skin breaks out because you're just like your detergent isn't working properly. Neither is your shampoo, body wash, conditioner, all of that.
Yeah.
Like anything that dissolves in water isn't working right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if that's the road that like Dave Ramsey has sent you down, that your water softener is a luxury, for many of you it is not.
No.
Like it
Especially
becomes
here in West Virginia, if you're on well water or sulfur water, that ain't no luxury.
Well, and I think we've all seen that moment, and I say this with all the delicacy I can. Mobile homes and RVs are the world's worst for plastic, like water tubs, bathtubs, and vanities, and sometimes even toilets. It takes so little time if they are set up on like well water that doesn't go through all of the things. It like, and we've all seen it, or if you're in West Virginia, you know someone that has made that choice that a water softener is just not something in their budget or not something they're interested in. And you walk into their bathroom and there's the brown stain. And it is there. And because once they made that decision, there's no going backwards.
Yeah.
Like, so you can CLR that all you want to, it's not coming out because it's plastic.
Yeah,
and it's a choice you better make while choosing never to wear white again.
Yes. Well, it's after Labor Day. You don't wear white after Labor Day.
I know, but this is like a perpetual Labor Day that never ends.
No.
You cannot wear white because anything white you buy will no longer be white in one wash.
Yeah. All right. Are we meal planning this week, or are we just going off of the themes that we planned?
I think we originally talked about just going off the themes. I'm okay with, like, we sit down and figure out a legit meal plan.
Okay. Well, let's go off the themes.
Alrighty.
So, what do you want on Monday?
Oh, help me out. I'm trying to remember the themes.
Hold still. I have to go get it myself.
Okay, good. It's not just me.
Like, I remember some of them, but not all.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday I'm great for. You guys will find out why in a minute.
So this is the meal planner. We'll put it down here where you guys can see. It's just a whiteboard with things on it. We decided to theme it because we're always forgetting to update it. So let's theme it. So Monday is slow cooker.
Okay.
And I've got hamburger in the house. Or chicken.
Okay. Do you want to do a slow cooker spaghetti sauce?
Sure.
So we'll do spaghetti Monday.
Okay.
And then we have Mexican Tuesday, aka Taco Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we do the cheap burritos?
Okay. So dollar store Mexican.
Yep. Okay. Wednesday is FitFo.
Figure it out.
Yeah, what do you want?
Is that supposed to be an eat out day?
It can be. It's literally figure it the fuck out. Like, what do we want? Do we want to do pizzas? Do we want to do sandwiches? Do we want to do, because we'll have the spaghetti sauce, do we want to make chili out of it?
Let's go ahead and shoot for Wednesday chili.
Okay.
It is that time of year again. Fall has arrived. Your pumpkin spice is still premature, guys.
It can stay in the pie, please.
Yes.
Yeah. This is almost becoming a color block layout.
It is.
All right. So Thursday, French toast, waffles, or pancakes?
Oh, I want you to break out the waffle maker.
Okay. You got to find me a waffle recipe that ain't going to kill me.
Okay.
And we're going to have to get, no, we don't, we got sausage. All right. Friday is slow cooker and it's full moon.
I don't want to do like a slow cooker soup.
No.
Like, I followed y'all. Like, I am here.
Okay. I'll figure out what type of soup and go from there.
Maybe a potato soup?
Okay. We'll go see if the not garden has any more potatoes in it.
Okay.
And I mean that. I didn't plant potato. Well, I planted potatoes, but I didn't have a garden this year, but we had potatoes. And then Saturday is breakfast. What do you want on that? You want a repeat of last night?
Yes.
Okay. So country breakfast. And then Sunday is leftovers.
Yeah. So it's whatever's left in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. which may be a good bet, especially if I do another country breakfast.
Well, especially between spaghetti and chili.
Yeah, but one feeds the other.
Well, they do, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's talk about the themes. Tuesday, the one I remember, is Taco Tuesday.
Mexican Tuesday.
And yes, which is technically Mexican Tuesday. And then Thursday is Twat Waffle Thursdays.
Yeah, I like Fit Faux.
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
I know. That's my favorite day of the week.
Aww.
Because I can look at you and say, Fit Faux.
True. Fit Faux.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, I like Twat Waffle Thursdays because we were just gonna make it Waffle Thursdays, and I was like, isn't it weird how like all the Twat Waffles fall out on Thursdays?
Well,
Like,
no, that, but then it locks us into just doing waffles. And it's like,
I,
no, we can do waffles, we can do pancakes, we can do French toast. If you haven't figured out, I don't normally cook, I don't get up in the mornings. I'm not the dutiful wife that stays up late and fixes him breakfast.
and that's okay because I can't do breakfast for breakfast. I can do breakfast for dinner all the time.
Right.
I can't do breakfast for breakfast. It's too much of a carb hit first thing in the morning because most of your breakfast foods are loaded in carbs.
Right.
So if I do breakfast for breakfast, it's got to be like eggs, sausage, bacon.
Yeah.
Like I can't look at any of my other favorite breakfast foods that I can't have in the morning but do love, unless we do them for dinner.
Right.
Like I can do waffles for dinner; it's not a problem.
Yeah.
French toast for dinner is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, Brenda's in the same boat. Can't do breakfast in the mornings. Like, yeah, it just all the normal breakfast foods hit me like a freight train, and it's like, okay, I'm going back to bed now.
Yeah. And see,
after I throw up.
Right. And with me now working night shift, it just makes more sense.
Like I've been known to just do dinner leftovers for breakfast because typically dinners, like when I started doing that, were more protein based. Like the weirdest one I can actually do for breakfast that surprises even me is lasagna.
No, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen how you eat.
Well, because it's heavy Italian and there's a lot of pasta.
Right.
And so I would have even said that's too many carbs. But it works. Yep. Apparently the carb to meat ratio, as long as that's right, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. So, yes, I do have them, so I'm going to use them if they're all one sticker.
Okay.
Well, we have possibly have a comic coming in on the 1st, so I'm going to put a comedy in to remind me of that.
What, Brenda? I just found a recipe for butter chicken lasagna.
Ooh, that sounds fucking delicious. Oh, please send it over.
Together, my favorite things.
All right, so what do I not have on the schedule that's affecting me this week?
Well, on let's see, what is it? Thursday. I am in Princeton.
Okay.
So I have to leave out of here about noon for that.
Okay.
For a 3 p.m. that he has.
Okay. And return?
If I am hoping to be out of there by 5, so that's going to put me back here just about as you're starting coffee and tea.
Okay. So yeah, dinner will need to be delayed.
Well, because I believe this is him going to get his testing, not his actual neurology appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So we could be in and out of there in 20 minutes.
Right.
Or we could be there all day. Of course, then again, that seems to be roughly where his neurologist is anyway. So
Yeah, take a book.
your mileage may vary. It's about all I got for that one.
Okay. All right.
And then I think that's my only thing this week that I'm on the road for.
Cool.
So, and I got pretty well caught up last week, before my brain went into a shutdown.
Right.
So I haven't had a crap ton of stuff fly in, so I'm predicting I'm gonna have an amazingly awesome week.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I'm at.
Well, I'm predicting that on Wednesday, we're going to be getting ready for the next quarter.
Okay.
So that will be interesting. I'm hoping that things arrive by then.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of heavy alluding.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Sunday we're supposed to spend shutting down the house.
Right. You know, it's when I will officially pay attention to that it's winter. Can I
Well,
say
that
I
winter
hate?
is.
Yep, the winter is coming.
Mhm. So you hate.
Yeah, shutting the house down. You know, sealing everything up.
Well, we may still have some days where we can open the windows.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm hoping for that so we can air out before
Right.
winter.
Right.
I really hope we have a few of those days this week where we can just open the doors and windows and just like let the house breathe.
Yes.
Before we start in on seal up.
Yeah.
Because I really hate, because we've had a couple of years where we did the hard shift, where it's
Mm-hmm.
like 80, 90, 100, and then all of a sudden 50. And like seal the house, seal the house, seal the house. Like we can't even open a window, we'll die. And yeah.
Yeah.
That
And then we've
that
had some years where it's just like over. It's January before we get the house sealed, and it's just like crap. We are screwed ourselves so hard with that.
but there are some years there's no other choice. Like it was just like muggy.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't stop, won't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. All right. I'm putting this in here because it fills that space in. Okay. So this week we need to. I also have to shift the wardrobe.
You do.
I'm gonna put that over here because I think I can probably move my winter wardrobe into the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's room in your closet.
Ooh. Cool.
Yep. Thank you, Devin. I really was looking for that word earlier and I just saw it. Raptured. Yeah.
Yes, the rapture.
Yeah. We need to do inventory. Again. And we also need to shift the dryer.
Yes.
And see, I got to build that apparatus before we shift that dryer.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try her habit tracker down here and see if it works for me this week for the personal stuff. And I got to remember to start watering the plants. I don't know what it is, but they've gotten drier since I moved them in here, comparatively.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
Yeah. All right. So here's my plan.
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah. Almost color block. But I think we're going to stick with this for the personal planner.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll probably go back to use. I have the traditional Happy Planner pages, so we can just go ahead and shift into those, so you don't have to print that.
Oh, okay.
And I can just divide the boxes up how I want.
Well, yes, because the changes you're wanting to make should actually allow you to go more traditional planning
Mm-hmm.
planner pages
Right.
when you're doing your personal, and then the business stuff, which has been most of what we've had to custom.
Right.
That's going to get a facelift.
Shifted. Yes.
Yes.
Which I'm liking what I was using, but it's fighting itself now because it's gotten more complicated. It's something about digital calendars having that, oh, it's midnight. And it's like, no, my day is in the middle of midnight. Can we just, like, jump over lunch, please?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I do too. Like, I'm going to probably keep doing that at least for the rest of the year. And of course, next Sunday will be our monthly setup. You'll be seeing how I set up October, both in my business planner and my personal planner, how I'm using HB90 in both, and that type of thing. All right, Joe, are you ready?
I am. Let me get over to Monday.
All right.
Get those pages up. There we go. All right.
Yay.
Yay, got a little color, did something a little different, or did some things a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, yeah, got my weather data in there, got our meal plan in there, got some pretties in there.
Got all cozy
Not,
again.
yeah, like I still have my autumn cozies
Mm-hmm.
from last fall. So I
Mm-hmm.
combined that actually with washi. I just bought like a month or so again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get to add a little color and some style there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm thinking about figuring out something to do in this area. Like I want to run something across that. The
Okay.
little
Maybe a
juncture.
thin washi.
Yeah, something. I haven't quite
Yeah.
figured that one out yet, but I do want
Yeah.
to do something there. But yeah, so I've got that in. I'm kind of being a little repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it basically links the winks together.
Right.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go in and yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying some new things. I went pink on my dates this time.
Uh-huh. Now, can you change those colors?
I on the dates, no.
Okay.
Well, no, wait a second, because we did have an update. Let me see if that was one of the updatey things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'll come back here. Edit. Oh, sorry about that. Trying to see if it lets me do anything different or if it's popped any new menus. And I don't think it has.
Okay.
At least not on that one. So yeah, no, I don't think we have anything new there. I will say one of the niftiest things
Mm-hmm.
and kind of creepiest
Mm-hmm.
that they have added that was not in the version previous of GoodNotes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we all know what a predictive text is, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you start typing a word and it figures out what word you're trying to type and like, is this what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does that. Oh, is it popping up?
Nah.
Oh. So, okay, on my screen, what it's showing me is I started writing September. So it popped up like, are you trying to write September? And yes, I am. I didn't write the last part of that, but it's in my handwriting.
How cool.
I'm creeped the hell out because I kept thinking, what do you mean it does predictive text now or
Mm-hmm.
predictive handwriting? And I was like, what do you mean? And no, literally, it predicts based on the first part of what I wrote what the last part of it would look like,
Hmm.
and it is accurate.
Cool.
Like it's freaking me out, man.
Ah.
Like I don't think I won't. I'm a little weirded out. Like I kind of likes it. It kind of scares the bejesus out of me.
I think it would be really useful, especially if you're doing a lot of like repetitive tasks. Like you only have to write the K and it automatically like finishes out keen or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the part I like. The part
Mm-hmm.
is that's freaking me out is that it is literally predicting my handwriting.
Yeah.
So you could go through here
Mm-hmm.
argumentatively if you could get a hold of the data. I'm just wondering, could it create text?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, as a future idea of what it could do, or
Oh yeah.
what if someone maliciously went forward with it?
Well, if someone went maliciously forward with it, I think they could do it.
Like, could it sit here and auto generate an entire page of text?
Mm-hmm. Most likely.
Like, that scares the bejesus out of me because you would have my handwriting.
Well,
It
honey, I
would
already
look
have
like
your
I wrote it.
handwriting. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
that's.
big like question right now about how AI is going to affect us and what we should do about it and all that.
I gotta say, that one's creepy, though.
Yeah, I
Like,
think it
I had
is.
never, like, that had never come into my head till this release. And, like, this is an app on
Yeah.
an iPad.
Hmm.
Like, what? What? Like, this seems a little advanced.
It's getting there.
Hmm. But it is nice. I've been using it. It's been popping stuff up for me.
Right.
And I do like it.
Right.
Oh, oops. Oh, and well, okay, so it didn't do that. Cool. So you guys aren't seeing that. Awesome.
Right.
Because I just accidentally hit the wrong button. They redesigned the interface just to tweak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm repetitively hitting the wrong thing. So I'm having to get reused to it. Oh, what are you doing? That is not the tool that I picked.
Pick another. I didn't like that one.
There we go. The eraser has changed, and
Mm-hmm.
that it keeps creeping me out.
Ah.
Because the eraser and my pen look the same, so it looks like I stupidly hit the pen again.
Mm-hmm.
But then it erases, and it's like, yeah, I don't know that I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm not McLovin this. Like I'm like not that one feature. That one's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. But
yeah.
So liking my fall look.
I am. I always like your fall look. I'm just missing the coffee cups.
I know, right? I need to get some coffee cups in here.
You used to have them in the other one.
Like, I do. I still have them. Like, I do, literally. Like, I can flip over. We have them.
Yeah.
Warm tea, pumpkin spice. Like, we've got them all. Little coffee cup, little pie, little cup over there. Like, there's a few.
And is that really just a PDF file?
No. This one and the other one are not actual PDFs.
Okay.
They work like PDFs. Well, okay. So let me take that back. Sorry. The HB90 planner is a PDF. This is a GoodNotes file, which actually retains all of this as a actual image.
Okay.
So I can pick that up just as it is.
Right.
Because if it were a PDF, I would have to screenshot it to get that sticker. So, but no, as a GoodNotes file, it retains all of its transparency and everything else.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, grabbing cigarettes, guys.
Yee.
But no. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you think we should, since next week's the start of the quarter, do you think we should do the full monthly review and setup on the live, or do you think that you just want, or do you think we should just show them the planning of a quarter?
I think we can do the full if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to start the show at 7?
Yeah, we're going to need to, because we have to go through like the review and taking out the dates that we're not working and all that fun stuff.
So I'll make sure to do my review.
Yeah.
So I will try to get that Saturday.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Which
and
next quarter my goal will be kill. Next quarter, my plan is to also do the weekly reviews, because I think that's where I got off a little bit with it. Like I didn't get everywhere I wanted to with it. Is because
I've been struggling. Well, I can't even say I've struggled to do them. I haven't done them.
Right.
So I've been struggling with that, is what I'm trying to, I think, more perfectly say.
Right. But you did finally do something, and people think I'm crazy. When I was like, great, you finally got one. You did get a game, finally.
Yes, I did. I finally have a game. Well, we'll see how it goes because games and I have a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I go through phases with games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really hate this. I really hate games that require you to spend or expect you to spend and make no way around spending
Right.
money. Like if we're talking about a few dollars here and there, $20 a month, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I do not, however, like getting stuck in a place where if you want to play at all,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to spend this dollar and that dollar and this $10 and that
Mm-hmm.
$5 and this $30, and it is just going to sit there and nickel and dime you to the point where I could go to like a Chuck E. Cheese or a Dave and Buster's or buy games for a console for what I'm spending.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or buy a console. Like that concept for phone gaming just drives me up a wall, and I
Mm-hmm.
won't do it. Like at the point, like I spent $2 on the game today,
Mm-hmm.
to buy something that I'm like, yeah, I can't play this game without that. And
Mm-hmm.
$2 is reasonable. Like it
Right.
helps me way more than $2.
Right.
Um, and then the other stuff still currently looks optional. Like there's
Right.
enough opportunity in the game, at
Mm-hmm.
least so far. Um, Now the one thing I'm worried about is I played a similar game a little while back.
Mm-hmm.
So the game I'm playing is Last Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I forget the name of the previous one that I was playing, but there were similar elements of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got to a point that the other thing I don't like, and that game did it so much, is you started out and you were in this little protection bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, you could go in and you can walk away and leave it overnight and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or then your protection bubble ends,
Mm-hmm.
and all it was every time you walked away, you got raided.
Mm-hmm.
Just other players beat the ever loving crap out of you every time you went to bed.
Right.
You woke up in like poverty, destitution, everything's falling apart.
Right.
You have no resources, everything's gone.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you're a level 8 and you have all the resources of a day one player. This is awesome.
Right. So you never really make a head move.
Well, no, you just keep getting beat down and stuck to a point that it's like, but if you spend $20,
Mm-hmm.
you can play.
Right.
But you're gonna have to spend that like daily.
Right.
I'm like, no,
Right.
we're not. No, we're not spending $20 a day. Like, or every time I want to play.
Right.
Like that's ridiculous. No one does that.
You know. Now I've been playing Klondike for God since it came out on fucking ever,
Yes.
and I like my Klondike.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you spend a little money on it.
Yeah, 10, 20 here, nothing big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's normally for like events or upgrades or that cool things. But science is finding that playtime is
Mm-hmm.
highly important to our brains.
Oh, absolutely. Like, no, I'm totally down on that part.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to compare real quick. Because it's the expense part that gets me.
Right.
Like, that's the
Mm-hmm.
that bugs the daylights out of me. But no, I wanted to go back and see real quick.
Okay.
I'm logging in on Second Life. Oh, 1 second. I gotta grab my Second Life password. There we go. I just want to see how much I've actually spent on this game. Because my avatar is, what did we figure out? Or what is it? You usually know better than I do.
You look at the birth date. I think it's 12 years.
I think it's a little more than that. And I have security on that account. Because that's been my favorite feature
Mm-hmm.
of Second Life that they have added
Mm-hmm.
is multi-factor authentication, because yeah,
So
that's
someone
been a
can't beat you.
problem.
Uh-huh. Someone can't beat you.
Exactly. Well, can't log in.
Right.
But no, I wanted to see, like, from the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm. Which I've probably spent more on Second Life than I have anything.
Possibly. All right. Excuse me 1 second. This is going to be a little more complicated because there's some stuff I can only see in game and some stuff that I can only see online. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually having to bring it up and log in, because I want to try to get how much money I have actually spent on Second Life in the entirety. Because I've never looked at that. And now I'm just kind of interested. All
Account.
right, so my avatar is 15 years and 11 months old.
Mm-hmm.
October 21st, it turns 16, so it can almost drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing the game in 2007
Mm-hmm.
in October. On the 21st.
Right.
Ooh, why are you grayed out? So 2007, whoops, 10, 21. Oh. Well, maybe I'll need to go a different direction. Oh, because that was not what I wanted to look at anyway. Okay, so this is, oh, well, it does exist.
Mm-hmm.
91930. All right, so let's see if it'll let me do it over here. Sorry, guys, I was in the wrong window. Oh, not that far back. October. Oh, it really does not want to let me go that far back. I can view it by the. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. I thought at one point you could pull this information.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
You can.
Okay. Like it's there. It looks like it's there. It knows that October 2007. I spent a few bucks. Yeah, let's see. I spent about $20 the first month I had it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it has the data, it just doesn't want to show it to me all at once.
Right.
That's annoying. Okay, well, that's not as useful because I just wanted to look and see if it would tell me how much I've spent in total,
Right.
like from all time.
Right.
Hmm. All right, so apparently I have hit the unhappy button. All right. Oh, yeah, it'll do it. In terms of pulling up those old statements, but yeah, it's cranky about it. Um, I feel like some server in a back alley just got turned on.
Well, I can tell how much I've spent there for the 7 years, and I've spent around $800.
Yeah, for 7 years.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, and you've handled most of the rental agreements in that
Right.
7-year span.
Yeah,
So I've
because
spent some money, but I haven't spent quite as much because you've been the more gung ho one on rentals.
well, not only rentals, but I go to a lot more parties. I do a lot more things in the game. I've also made about $1,000 in Second Life, so it's an investment.
So divide by 7. So about $114 a year,
Mm-hmm.
$9.52 a month on average.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Second Life is costing.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brenda says, I get hooked on those first. That started, it was Game of War. Last was State of Survival. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
remember what the last one I played was. It's very similar to Last Fortress.
Yeah.
It's just instead of like this one is an underground, like you're building underground. That's what Last Fortress is. The one I played previously, it's like you have a perimeter that you can keep expanding, and you're kind of sim citying.
Right.
Zombie apocalypse. Well, a little bit like your Klondike is
Right.
the like you're working on a map and you can just drop stuff.
Right.
Like we're putting a school over here.
Right. But no, I like Klondike. I've been working on it for a few years. I go in and out of their subscription phase. It's like I've looked at Second Life subscription phase and they need to upgrade it. If they'd upgrade it, I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've looked at that, but they don't have the land. They don't have land where I want it.
Well, so far no. We keep looking, we'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if I recognized, because I'm looking real quick, see if I can find it. Because I don't think it was State of Survival. Is it? But yeah, the game drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Because the first few days of gameplay were great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, you want to talk about a zombie apocalypse? That's what it was going to be for our bank statement.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd kept playing it.
Right.
Because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way I can afford to play this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not finding that one either.
Yeah.
Like, it was an in, out, and done.
Done.
Oh, I do know a way I can find it, though. I think if I go to the Play Store in that attached browser, I can look at the previous downloads.
Mm-hmm.
Android apps on Google Play. And I think I can pull my history. Is it library and devices? Is that where I do that? Apps, yes. So I should be able to just scroll back because it shouldn't be that far back. Although then again, I do try stuff and walk away.
Mm-hmm. It's like the last game I remember you doing was a Tetris game.
Oh, the woodblock thing?
Yes. Royal something another. I about had to kill him.
Do what now?
It had music on it.
Oh, wait. No, that probably wasn't that one then.
Royal something another. It was like a Bejewel or a Tetris game.
Oh, yeah, that was Royal Match. And it got repetitive.
Right. But I almost had to kill you.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like I'm there.
Yeah. Like, I'm normally a very much GG husband, go play what you want and do what you want. But when you're in the car or when you're in the living room and you're trying to do that one thing that you don't do that often, like watch a TV show, and granted, it may be a TV show that someone isn't that much into.
Yes. Well, I did try to silence stuff and turn it down.
I know. Now.
No, I did then too. That one was just, I kind of like the sounds.
Yeah, I get that. But anyway, I'm in the middle of this really deep documentary, and he done something. Apparently, he done something good because it was loud and annoying. I almost died.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do the combos on that game.
Mm-hmm.
It does get a little scary. In the amount of sound it can make if you're hitting all the things.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of apps. That's what I'm learning.
Yes, you have.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Still trying to find it. And at least I'm up to the R's. But yes, they're both zombie apocalypse games.
He has a theme.
Well, I don't know. There's some pretty out there.
Yeah.
For the zombie apocalyptics.
Well, again, you have a theme. You like your zombie apocalypse.
Well, there's a lot of room there, storyline wise.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is really nice just to see what someone does with a zombie apocalypse storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because that can go good or that can go bad.
Yeah.
Like if you don't pre-plan that, you're gonna have people out leveling faster than you can write the story.
Right.
And I've run into that too. With other games, not zombie apocalypse specific or zombie apocalyptic specifically. But I run into other games where it's like, oh no, you didn't. And like Royal Match is a good example of that.
Right.
I don't think they ever meant that game for you to be able to clear more than a couple of levels a day.
Yeah.
Because if you start clearing like 10 and 20 levels a day, that game gets really repetitive really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, not as bad as Invisible.
Not as bad. No, I don't play that.
What was it? Something 3. M3.
I have no idea.
Well, you bought him the third one.
Last Shelter Survival. That's the game that I hated. Because, yeah, your first few days were great, but then Last Shelter Survival, oh no, it becomes spend. Oh yeah. Typically I leave the music on and try to turn off the other sounds because that's what bothers him the most. Like the music is just the music.
Right.
But all the like crash, boom, bang, it sounds like, you just hit a slot machine.
Yeah.
So as long as their soundtrack doesn't sound like you just hit a slot machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the music he's okay with.
Yeah, music I can normally do with. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. That boy almost bought his life.
Aren't they being sued right now? Epic Games?
Epic Games is being sued right now.
Yeah, because of and I think that was the same thing that happened to him. Was they had a very complicated purchase set up too.
Yeah.
Because wasn't that the one that like he meant to spend $40?
Yeah.
And he spent like $120 or 160.
He spent way too much.
Yeah, well, it was way more than he even meant to spend.
Yeah.
And it was not intentional, which I found kind of weird at the time, but it turns out no, I think they're getting sued over that one. I think that's the one. That they're in settlement for, they've started announcing. And it was because they worded stuff and did stuff really weird.
Right. Well, also, he's gotten stuck in subscriptions before.
Oh, no, that's Fortnite. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my other problem with a lot of the online games is that, like, they do sometimes make it really easy to go down a rabbit hole where you don't realize how much you just spent.
Yeah.
Like I like Second Life. I can sit here and review my transactions really easily.
Yep.
Going back to the beginning of time, not so easy. But I don't have that same like hurry up and get it before it goes away.
Yeah.
Like I'm making legitimate choices of I want to buy a house. I need to pay rent. I want to tip my DJ. And then, okay, well, how much, Linden am I buying for Second Life?
Right.
And it shows me a real dollar value.
Right.
Of what that cost me. And I'm not under the same kind of like, hurry up and kill the what the fuck's a who's it.
Right.
Or get this and finish the competition that kind of clouds your judgment. Like, Well, it's only $10. Well, yeah, this one thing that you bought today is $10.
Right. See, and finish the competition things. Like I have those in Klondike, and I don't mind those. Because you actually get other things in Klondike. Unlike the farmer game where you don't get anything extra.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, guys. We hope you've enjoyed watching this plan. Next week is going to be an early show. We will be on at 7 because we're going to be doing our quarterly reviews, quarterly planning, and we'll divide that up in probably 4 sections.
Well, there you go.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Here. Hey, I know. You got to get your banner in.
I gotta get my banner in. So, of course, we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devin. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPNetwork.com.
Yes. Have a great evening, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.